What is going on, guys? Alex Eubank here, coming at you with another video. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going over my blood work. Before the most previous time, last time I got my blood work done was around, what was this, January 25th of 2021. And then most recently I got it done last Wednesday, I believe. It was whenever I was in New York City, so last Wednesday, I think. So I have that here. The one thing I'm going to say right now is that the old blood work, this one, they tell you a lot more stuff. So I'm probably going to go back here to get stuff checked next time because they check for a lot more things. So like cholesterol, for example, they go into like the specific types of cholesterol. So not all like people when you get blood work do that. So this is one thing I recommend for anybody to do to get your blood checked. I'm probably going to start doing it even more often because I like to see where my health is at. Now, both of these, like, I'm healthy. Like, everything's in the normal ranges, but, like, I can see things that are slightly elevated that I could bring down. For example, my, my kidney, one of the kidney markers basically was a little high. My HDL, the healthy cholesterol, could be a little bit higher. So things like that, I'm going to incorporate changes into my diet, get retested in like 3 months or so, and see if those changes had done what I wanted them to do. And if they did, I'm good. If they haven't, then I got to change more stuff. So like in the Bible, it says the life of the flesh is in the blood. You can find out a lot about your health just through your blood work alone. So I always try to get full metabolic panels done just for health. I'm natural. I don't even take gear, and I still like to get my blood work done just to see where I'm at. If you're taking gear, you definitely should be getting it done even more often. So yeah, so I don't know if this is going to help convince people that I'm natty because this is spaced out from January to October we're in now. So you can see like my hormones and stuff like that, but I guess I'll go over it. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know a lot what this stuff means. I'm still learning as I go along. Like I've been watching videos and like lipids and stuff like that. So yeah, so my total cholesterol I'll show you like the pop-up to compare it. Total cholesterol in January was 119. And my total cholesterol recently was 153. So my total cholesterol is higher. That's because I think my LDL was higher. So like let's look. HDL back then was 41. HDL now is 41. LDL in January was 64. LDL now was 94. So my bad cholesterol has gotten higher. I don't know why. It's still, again, 94 is in like as long as it's under 100, you're good. But like, I don't know why that is. So I'm going to start trying to clean up my diet, and I'm going to start eating, I don't know if it's like the meat. I'm cutting out eggs completely, and I'm only going to go from sources like fish and some like lean red meats for my sources of fat, maybe some avocados. I'm just going to try to clean up my diet and like have no fast food. Start doing more cardio is another big one. I think it's also because I'm a little higher body fat now too, but we'll see some simple diet changes so I can try to bring that LDL down a little bit and raise the HDL a little bit because I want to get that up to like 60 instead of 41. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at for that. One that a lot of people are probably concerned with right now is testosterone. All right. So the second test I got done more recently, again, I'm probably gonna go to the first clinic because they test for a lot more things. This one doesn't even tell me my free test or anything like that, so, or my LH level. So back in January, let me find it. All right, so back in January, my testosterone was 655 nanograms per deciliter. Testosterone free was 15.46. So it's in like the normal reference range. Now my test is 540, so we're about 100 less. If you remember one of my older videos, my testosterone on my cut last summer, I think it was November, was like 420, 440. Then after in January, it shot up when I started bulking up a little bit more to 65, where it was here. And then now it's around 540. And I'm probably in between, levels right now. So my range of testosterone, my body fluctuates between 400 to 650 to probably maybe 700 naturally. So that's where I'm at. My estrogen back in January was 38, or estradiol, whatever you want to call it, and then now it's 28. So, which is good. It's a lot lower. The reference range is 27 to 52. Mine's at 28.1. So, I mean, I guess that's good. I don't know if that's good or bad, but my LH levels though back in January were pretty up the higher. The reference range was 8.2. It's my luteinizing hormone. So yeah, so that I can't really compare much because the second test doesn't go over all. Like the sex hormone binding globulin was 25.1 in January, bioavailable test 403, percentage free 2.4, all that stuff. That's in the old one. The new one doesn't do anything, so there's no point in me even going over that because you can't really compare it. If you just wanted to know the numbers back in January, that's what it was. Yeah. One of the issues I saw with my new one was my lymphocytes were a little bit higher, so I don't know if I was fighting a cold or something. I did talk to my doctor about it. They don't think like it's any blood disorder. I probably was just fighting like some cold. I'll probably get that rechecked in a few months just to make sure that it wasn't anything too bad to look at. My glucose, my blood fasting glucose on the new one was 81, and on the old one it was, this is an indicator for diabetes, like pre-diabetes. You can see your blood fasting glucose. It was 89 on my old one, and it was 81 on my new one. So that means it's getting better. You want it to be lower, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you want it to be lower, as that indicates if you're pre-diabetic or not. If you're having a lot of sugary stuff, often shows your insulin resistance and stuff like that. So we're pretty good on that. Yeah, so the new one definitely doesn't go over as much stuff at all. Again, it's my old blood from January, which I guess I'll go over a little bit more of this one because this goes over more things that I've tried to change. So let's see, my omega-6 omega-3 ratio back in January is 11.2. Omega-3 total was 3.9. One of the things that they were telling me is I probably should hop on fish oil. So since then, I've been taking a lot more fish oil just to kind of balance out that ratio from omega-6s and omega-3s. Because I heard like when I'm taking the supplement arachidonic acid that you should take fish oil with it just so you balance out your omegas. The one levels that I was looking for the kidney marker, the creatinine is 1.27 milligrams per deciliter. I think that's milligrams per deciliter. So apparently it's still in normal range. It's a little high though. So I think one of the issues is I just drink so much coffee and not enough water. And I usually have higher protein diets. So definitely need to flush my system out more. So I'm trying to make sure I drink more water before I even touch coffee because I drink so much coffee usually. But yeah, that's pretty much comparing these. That's pretty much all there is. Again, this one tells me a lot more about myself than the newer test. So definitely gonna have to get this one done again so I can see what everything else is specifically. But basically all I found out is that I need to get my LDL down, get my HDL up. I need to increase my water intake, and I need to, that was it, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's pretty much the goals for the next blood test. Now again, what people are probably primarily concerned with is gonna be the testosterone. Now I don't know if that like proves that I'm natural or not to some people who don't believe it. But again, the fact that I went from around November of 2020, I was 440-ish, to January of 2021, I was 650, and then now I'm around 550. I mean, that should be a good line of showing that I'm natty, I'm pretty sure, right? Because if I was taking gear, like tests and stuff, my testosterone would be like 1200 plus. And probably any one of it would have been a lot higher, I'd feel like, in any one of those tests or times. Or if I was like cycling off, it would be a lot lower because it would have crashed if I was like PCTing, which none of it did. So I don't know if that proves to some people. But yeah, so if you're anyone who's like 18 or older, I recommend getting your blood work done pretty often. For me, my primary care doctor is weird about it because I want to get like my hormones checked, and they're weird. They'll be like, why do you want to check your hormones? So I go to clinics. Like I'll find a TRT clinic and I'll be like, hey, I want to get a full blood panel thing done. I want to get everything checked out. And they'll usually do it, and it's not that expensive. Sometimes insurance will cover it, sometimes it won't. But I'd rather see what my health is and pay out of pocket like $100 just to see that, rather than not know about it. Because there's a lot of markers you can find in your blood work to see if you're at risk for any type of like disease. So that's why I like getting it done. It's just a health thing. And you can see what if your diet, it tells you kind of what changes you need to make to your diet and how your body's reacting to certain things. So the more blood tests you get and the more you change your diet, it can like, you can find your sweet spots for how you be more efficient as a person. So that's what I'm saying, where I'm going to change my diet a bit to see, for those diet changes, will that lower my LDL, increase my HDL, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I just literally made this because some people wanted to see my blood work. I posted a thing on my Instagram story. A lot of people said they wanted to see it. So I'll pop up pictures and stuff probably throughout this if you want to look at the specifics of the numbers and the reference ranges. But yeah, that's it. So still natty for now. Future, I don't know yet if I'm going to ever. I'm bulking up right now, so I'm not as lean, so I'm very tempted right now to hop on gear because I hate being so damn fat. But it's got to be done. So I think what I'm gonna do if I ever do hop on gear is I want to have one more bulk, like actual bulk, where I gain some mass and strength and everything, and then cut down, take these anabolics by Huge, the natural anabolics by Huge, code Alex, and see where we get. And if I'm not 175 pounds lean, like 10% body fat, 175 pounds, I might have to look towards other options. I don't know. It just sucks because a lot of people look up to me for being like natural lifter, but like it's so hard to like gain size as a natty, you know what I mean? Especially when you do this as a job. Like this is a job for me. So my physique revolves around how much money I can make. So the fact that I know I can make more money, like a lot more money when my physique is like diced, because I get on the explore page easily when I'm diced, but it's hard to maintain it naturally. Like I hate when I have to only limit myself to 2,000 calories a day when I'm cutting just to look good and for social media to do good, but I don't feel good. I feel like shit. It's kind of a messed up mental game, you know what I mean? Being in like the fitness industry, and it definitely is hard, a lot harder being natural, and yeah, so that's something I'll have to contemplate with. Again, I know a lot of kids look up to me for being natural, so that's my main reason actually for staying natural is because of that alone. Because there's a lot of people in the industry who are fake naturals, and they've hopped on gear. Okay, so if you didn't know that, surprise. It's just how it is for a lot of people you probably follow and look up to. So yeah, if I hop on anything, definitely gonna have to be transparent about it. But as of right now, and probably for the next 6 months, I'd say I'm probably gonna stay natural. So stay natural for now. And if I ever change that, I'll let you guys know. Also too, if I ever was to be not natty, I would never take anything crazy. Like maximum dosages I take at anything would probably be like 300 tests. I would never go over that. I don't want to be super jacked and huge and like compete and stuff like that. I just want to be able to cut efficiently without feeling like shit. Like if I could cut down, go to like 10%, 9% body fat, and still kind of hold some muscle and fullness and not feel like shit, and I can still eat like a decent amount of food, I'm happy with that. I don't need to be jacked like all these, you know, guys that are competing and stuff like that. I don't need that. That's not what I want. I want to be aesthetic and, you know, like Jeff Side type vibes. But yeah, I'm rambling on. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Helps out a lot. Turn the bell notification on so you're always up to date when I'm posting. Bulking series going crazy. I'm definitely getting bigger, getting some strength, getting some weight, definitely getting some fat. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. But yeah, thank you guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.